One of the biggest struggles in photography is getting the lighting right. You don't want light that's too harsh, causing all kinds of shadows and squinty eyes, but you have to have enough light to get a good image. So what are you to do? Today, I'm going to be sharing 4 tips to getting good lighting in your photos. If we haven't met yet, hi, I am Kayla Brent. I am a motherhood photographer and founder of Mom Photography School, where I teach moms to take gorgeous everyday photos of their family. And one of the biggest and the most commonly asked questions in Mom Photography School is, how do I get good lighting of my kids? And that's exactly what I'm going to be answering today. If you have any specific questions for lighting, make sure that you ask them below in the comments. I would love to answer them. And while you're there, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the mom photography tips and mom hacks. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the 4 tips for good lighting. The first thing, we want to avoid shadows on the subject's face and squinty eyes. Those are 2 things that we want to make sure to avoid at all costs. So yes, we want to have a well-lit photo, but we don't want to have it on the subject's face where it's making squinty eyes or it's giving really weird shadows. So how do we do that? Let's move on to tip 2. Tip 2 is to photograph your subject in the shade. So say that you are photographing on a bright, sunny day and it is noon, so the sun is right above your head. There's not a cloud in the sky, so it's really harsh lighting, lots of squinty eyes, lots of shadows. What you want to do is take your subject and move them to the shade. This can be under a tree, this can be a shade that a building's casting. It does not matter. Just put your subject there. Make sure you position them where they are not facing the sun, so you'll see their eyes are no longer squinting and they will not have shadows on their face. So that's what you can do if it's full sun outside and that's just the time that you're taking the photo. Of course, there's going to be situations, say your kid's at a farm and they are riding a pony at noon. Well, you probably can't move the pony to the shade, and it just is what it is. But what you can do is once they get done, and say this is a birthday party, you can have them and their friends go to the shade and grab at least one good photo without the squinty eyes or the shadows on their face. Tip number 3 is how to deal with an overcast day. I will be the first to admit I have a love-hate relationship with overcast days, and there's really only one reason that I don't like an overcast day, and it's that you don't have that gorgeous lighting in the background of your photos. I mean, it's overcast. The clouds are covering all of the light. But the good thing about an overcast day is that there are no shadows and there are no squinty eyes, no matter where you go, assuming that it's a full overcast day. No matter where you go, you can take a good picture of your subject. This is a great, great time to practice if you are trying to get comfortable in manual mode, because if it's a full overcast day, then it should be the same no matter where you go or which way you are facing. No squinty eyes, no shadows. So that is a really good positive about overcast. And finally, tip number 4 is shooting at sunrise or sunset. Now, if you're planning a session, this is the time that you would want to plan or to schedule that session, when the sun is coming up or when it's going down. For me, I don't think I've ever photographed a sunrise, but I have photographed many sunsets. And the reason why those are so great is the subject can be placed in front of the sun. So you can position your subject where the sun is behind them. So since the sun's behind them, they do not have squinty eyes. You have gorgeous light in the background, and it's also a soft light. They call it golden hour because it gives a really beautiful golden light, and it's really soft. There are no shadows on their face, there are no squinty eyes, and it looks so, so beautiful. So if you are planning on taking photos, this is the best time to take the photos and get a really gorgeous photo. So there you have it. 4 tips for good lighting. It's now no longer a mystery. If it's full sun outside, just go to the shade real quick, grab that shot. Overcast days are great because there are no shadows or squinty eyes. And if you're actually planning a session on a day that there is sunshine, do that at sunrise or sunset to get the gorgeous lighting and avoid squinty eyes and shadows on the face. If you have any other lighting questions, make sure again that you comment those below. I would love to answer them, and I will see you in the next video.